I named my first child Grace. Not because it sounded beautiful, although it does, and not because I thought it would look elegant in cursive on a blanket. I named her Grace because it's the word that saved me. Before I became a parent, I did a lot of personal development work. I've mentioned before that my life coach training was one of the most transformational experiences of my life. And one of the biggest takeaways from that chapter was just how loud and relentless my inner critic had become. It wasn't just that I was hard on myself, I was downright cruel, unforgiving. And most of the time, I didn't even realize it because it just sounded like the truth. You're falling short. You should be better at this by now. You are not doing enough. Sound familiar? It was in that season of my life when I first began practicing grace. Not just saying, I forgive myself, but cultivating a whole new presence towards myself. Grace, for me, became a soft place to land. A voice that said, even now, you are still worthy, safe, and loved. Even here, you are still growing. When I first became a parent, grace became non negotiable. Consistency is something we talk a lot about as parents, being consistent with routines, discipline, values. But the consistency that changed everything for me wasn't about what I was doing. It was about how I was being with myself when things got hard. It creates this space where perfection isn't the goal. Connection is. Growth is. Presence is. And I'll tell you, there's something profound about showing grace to a child in the middle of a meltdown. When they're at their messiest and they're most dysregulated, and you don't meet that with punishment or shame or exasperation, but with love and steadiness and warmth. You teach them that their worth doesn't depend on their behavior, that love holds even in the storm. That's what grace does for me. It holds.
Before we dive back in, I want to offer you something that might just change how you move through the season of parenting. If you've ever thought to yourself, how can I lead my family with the same intention, creativity, and compassion I bring to my work life? You are exactly who I created this for. The Creative Parents Companion is a free guide filled with reflective tools, rituals, and nervous system check-ins to support you in parenting with presence and not pressure. It's not about doing more, it's about coming home to who you are as a parent, a leader, and a human being in progress. You can grab the free download at ellenbrowencoaching.kit.com/creativeparentscompanion, or just click the link in the show notes.
Are you remembering that parenting is not a performance? It's a practice. And practice means we're not going to get it right every time, or even most of the time. But if grace is consistent, we can keep growing without shame. So maybe today, instead of pushing through or trying harder or beating ourselves up for what didn't get done, we choose grace. Not as a last resort, but as the foundation. Because grace isn't weakness. It's one of the strongest, most resilient forces I know. And it's available to us always. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share the love by sending it to someone you know it would support, to hear from you and to support those you care about. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a day, and join me in my mission to help a world full of content creators become a world of contentment creators.